Ukraine will receive ammunition and weapons from international allies as long as it is needed. It was said in Washington following negotiations between U.S. President Biden and the heads of the European Council and the European Commission, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, and the leaders of Canada, Germany, Italy, Japan, Poland, Romania, Britain, and the French foreign minister.
The President did convene a call with allies and partners to coordinate our ongoing support for the people of Ukraine as they defend their freedom and independence against Russia's brutal invasion. The President reaffirmed the strong commitment of the United States to supporting Ukraine as it defends itself for as long as it takes, as did every other leader on the call. The leaders discussed efforts to continue providing Ukraine with the ammunition and the weapons systems that it needs to defend its territory and to continue strengthening Ukrainian air defense as they prepare for more attacks on critical infrastructure now, certainly, but also certainly in the winter months ahead. John Kirby, U.S. National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications at the briefing.
The United States is the leader in terms of military support to Ukraine. From February 2022 to July 2023, Washington provided military assistance to Kyiv amounting to almost $44 billion. In second place are the countries of the European Union. Thus, over the past 9 months, Ukraine has become the largest importer of German weapons.
According to the Federal Ministry of Economics, in the first 3 quarters of the year, the German government approved arms exports to Ukraine worth 3.3 billion euros. This makes Ukraine the largest recipient of German arms exports. A total of 8.76 billion euros were issued in licenses, about half of which went to weapons, from a publication by Der Spiegel.
It is important not only to support the Ukrainian armed forces with everything necessary, but also to make it clear to Putin that he will lose the war of attrition that he himself unleashed, according to the White House.
We think President Putin believes he will outlast us, that he will last longer than the Ukrainians, that he will last longer than the support that Ukraine receives. It is very important to dissuade him of this. Now Putin shows no interest in real serious negotiations because he believes he can outlast us, therefore doing everything to make him understand that he cannot and will not last is actually very important for achieving peace. Antony Blinken, U.S. Secretary of State, during a speech at the Aspen Security Forum.
According to the latest polls conducted by the American television channel CNN, 48% of Americans believe that Washington should support Ukraine more. Among the priority areas of cooperation are the transfer of weapons, assistance in intelligence collection, and the military training.
Supporting Ukraine strengthens our national security. It's the right thing to do not just for the Ukrainian people, but for the American people as well. Countering Putin's ability to wage war on a neighboring nation may actually prevent a larger conflict in which American troops might be needed, and it sends a strong signal to other would-be aggressors who may be considering military action and invasions of their neighbors' territory. That sort of action is unacceptable, and they will pay the consequences. They will be held accountable by the United States and by the international community. John Kirby, U.S. National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications at the briefing.
London is also calling for continued military support for Ukraine. The West cannot hope that the Russian president will stop if Kyiv's allies stop supplies, the British Foreign Office emphasized. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Larisa Zubenko, UATV News.